Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic here on this Destiny 2 video. And this week, we're going to be talking about This Week at Bungie for November 29th, 2018. Now, This Week at Bungie basically shows off all the different things that's been happening in the last week that's coming in the next week, where they're just saying, hey, this is our just a weekly blog post. What's up with Bungie? So, if you want to know about Bungie, the news and stuff, stick around. You can check it out. There's a bunch of fluffy puppies on screen as my videos. And why do I put fluffy puppies on my screen? Because who doesn't like fluffy puppies on their screen? Like, that's one of my ways of saying, like the video! But obviously in a very secretive and disguised way. To be completely honest, This Week at Bungie does not have a ton of things to talk about that you didn't already know if you watched my previous video that I released yesterday about the things we know, as well as the reset, the one right before that. So if you have seen that, you pretty much know most of this, but there's a couple of interesting things, including some notes about power, some veteran rewards, a whole bunch of cool things there, but not a ton. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First off is going to be a reminder. There's some different calendars you take a look at if you haven't seen them before. The VDOG video, which is like a 10-minute video, this is very highly packed with information, so check that out if you haven't. And then finally another calendar of a wider scope than the previous one. So check this out. There's some cool stuff to tell you when things are coming out. Next up, very briefly talk about Scourge of the Past, the new raid. Not a raid lair, but a raid, because of the fact that it is in a new location than the Dreaming City. It is actually in the last city, the city right below the Traveler, which is in Schnell. I was gonna say laboratories, but it could be just next to Schnell. I don't know, little bunny rabbit there. But yeah, basically they're saying, hey, it's bigger than Crota, but it's smaller than Last Wish, most likely towards the Crota side. And this is gonna be releasing on December 7th at 9 a.m., which is Pacific time. I'm surprised they didn't put specific time. I'm surprised they didn't put specific time. That's a good one, because they weren't specifically mentioning. Never mind. Any Guardian who owns the annual pass can jump into space. Does not matter what power, as long as you have the annual pass. Next up, let's talk about some stuff about power, which is actually quite interesting. Couple things that you may not have known about. First off, 650 is the new highest power in Black Armory. All players who own Forsaken may reach the 650 power, no additional annual pass required. The soft cap will still remain at 500, so if you're at 600, you're going to immediately have to get into some powerful rewards, and anybody who's under 550 should expect to see more prime engrams to help them get to the end game. Powerful reward sources will remain consistent for those who own the Forsaken DLC, which I assume means that we can get all the 50 different ones we had in Forsaken as powerful rewards to help us towards 650. And also there will be new powerful rewards to help you who have the annual pass. So if you have Black Armory, you can actually get the Black Armory stuff, which I assume, you know, doing Forge stuff or whatever the hell. Next up, let's talk about some veteran rewards. They actually promised in October where they were going to be sending out some Veterans of the Hunt bundle. I think it was actually called the exact same thing in Destiny 1, where they said, hey, if you played and you got our DLC in this time frame, we want to reward you and give you a bunch of cool stuff. You get obviously this emblem, this shader, these two exotic emotes, which I'll show you down below, and a bunch of consumables in the bundle. To be honest, I think this shader might be the most interesting. So this is what the shader looks like, so you actually get to preview it. This little coin flip changes colors each time. So the first one you saw was blue, and this one is yellow. I like it. Next up, you got the knife trick. I think this was Petra's knife trick in D1, but I don't know. Either way, this armor, it looks like a tiger, man. I need this armor set. Next up, let's talk about Dr. Bungie. Any updates, issues, bugs they're gonna be talking about in this section here. Just look for the big blue on the top. First off, the update that they released 2.1.0 to all players in Season of the Forge happened last Tuesday. Anybody who missed the patch notes can check them out here. Everything that has changed, for example, Trench Barrel only works on 3 bullets now, and then you have to do it again. Well, 3 shots, whatever the hell. What are shotgun shells? Yeah, shotgun shells. It only works for 3 shells before you have to punch somebody. There will be an upcoming update in 2.1.1.1. Wow, that was a bit of a mouthful. This update will be coming on December 4th, which will hopefully able to improve and fix a couple of the bugs that they have seen so far. That being said, this update will be happening from 8:45 to 9 a.m. So just a 15-minute downtime of this particular update for the Black Armory update. But right on reset, it will be ready and it will be done. So make sure right around this time you're downloading it in case you haven't downloaded it yet. Next up, let's talk about the Raid WAP. Man, I'm a little bit tired, but that's funny. Raid WAP? Will Raid Wipe is gonna be that issue with Morgeth where it crashes. Morgeth, the Spire Keeper, if he achieves 50% empowerment, which says like 50% strength in the bottom left corner, it will crash your game on. And I think it's only for consoles, but In this, it seems like it's for everybody. Some other people were saying it's just consoles, but they're going to be hopefully fixing this in December 4th, and hopefully it doesn't happen. I've had it 4 times happen to me. It's infuriating. Basically, the workaround is to just stun him when he gets to 50% empowerment or before then, and that should make it so you can, you know, obviously not damage him anymore, but it also makes it so you won't just totally crash. So if you're not a super fast, super powerful team that can kill him before the 50% power, you should just go for two-phase. The inverted spire has been disabled because of some issue and should be re-enabled on December 4th. So if you see that you don't have access to the activity, it's because they disabled it for an issue. Hopefully it doesn't disappear for like several months, like a certain Exodus Black, but honestly, maybe that strike should never have come back. It sucked. Next up, let's talk about the big list of some minor Forsakens and Season of the Forge different known issues. First off, annual pass in Xbox Store not being able to be purchased, which is an issue they're looking into. They definitely are interested in fixing. Next up, Crucial Solemnity Shader, which is the Shack shader for doing 100 kills with the Season 4 full Crucible set. And if you didn't get it in Season 4, and you're trying to get it in Season 5, you're gonna... Alright, DMG, do you see this? Okay, you got it? Okay, you got it? Obtain Kin Season 5. Anyways, you guys get it. You read it. You don't need me to continue. There's an issue. There's also an issue with heavy ammo and Crucible spawning in weird locations. I saw this and I was it was weird. I was like, I didn't know heavy spawned here. Next up, double perks having things like double rampage on something that's redundant, that will not give you double rampage, but is weird. Next up, the Mountaintop, which is going to be the new Crucible Pinnacle weapon. It says complete the quest Ascendant and collect its reward. However, they should be aware that the quest starts with First of Many. So if you see First of Many and no Ascent, it's because First of Many leads to the Ascent. You have to get Brave first before you can go on to this part. There's also an issue with Masterwork UI, things disappearing. It seems pretty straightforward. And Season of the Forge shaders taking a longer time to dismantle, which is kind of weird. And that is pretty much it. Movies of the week. 3-man Petra, Last Wish Raid. That's ridiculous. I tried Petras. It's really hard. That's pretty cool though. You should watch that. Who is this? This man has 100 subscribers. Yeah, you know what? You've earned it. You've earned it. I'm sorry, but you've earned it. And the next one is actually my favorite. I think it's a song. I think it's a fan-made song based on Thundercats. I forget. It's like, you know, it's a song that goes Thunder. They basically made a parody of it and of the Thunderlord, and I mean, it's pretty good. You should watch it. And that is pretty much it. There's really not much more to say about it. This is just a kind of little fun thing I wanted to show off of some people using different emotes, but that is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys are out there trying to get your new pinnacle weapons and stuff. I have recently tried out the Gambit auto rifle, so you can check out the Breaknet review on my channel where I tried it out, had some fun moments and stuff. So check that out. And I'll be trying to do the loaded question tomorrow. So let me know what you think, and yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys did it. I really like this hunter, but you see the hunter helmet here? It looks really nice. I hope you guys did enjoy. My name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next.